This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Pacers, Jackson is out there with Miller. Then it's Mullen, and it's Davis in at the 4. And for Phoenix, they've got Robinson. We will see him go to work on that low block, one of the great centers right now in the league. And it's McDyess in at the power forward position.
You know, for so long, the Suns had been one of the stronger teams in the West and typically could just blitzkrieg Eastern Conference teams with their offense. That's not the case anymore. It really was the East that got the better of the Suns last season.
Well, back to the Suns against the Eastern Conference. They really seemed to flounder at times, and they had to travel to the East Coast. And, Steve, even when they hosted teams in the desert.
You know, all good things must come to an end, and the Suns' dominance over the East wasn't going to last forever. Because, remember, for many years, the Suns just ran roughshod over the Eastern Conference. But only 8 wins in their 30 games against the East. That was by far the lowest total of anybody in the West.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's McLeod, and Davis pulls it down.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
The dive for the ball. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with the head coach for the Suns. According to him, their focus defensively is going to be on making things difficult inside. Ideally, they'll be in the best shape, he feels, if they force most of the shots against them to come from the perimeter. Guys?
Thanks, Doris.
Well, I tell you what, the Pacers did a lot of good things last year. Defended well, protected the rim and their home court. Really, the one area for improvement is probably the road record. They could get better in that area.
Outside Jackson. Back to Mullen. First quarter, just over a minute played. Rebound by the Suns. Kidd with it. Pass to Chapman. Back to Kidd. There's the pass to McDyess. Shot clock at 5. Phoenix needs to get off a shot, and it's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. And so just over a minute and a half played. Jackson up top, who's guarded by Johnson. Mullen against Scott. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the night. And that one falls for Mullen. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Johnson. Pass to Mann. 1 second left. That's good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pacers lead by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
And it's Miller penetrating. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And, Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that cause.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really shows.
3 on the clock, doubled by Mullen. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
The Suns shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team. Well, Indiana's success last season was built around its defensive prowess, and they usually would set the tone at the start of the game. They were one of the best in the league at allowing the fewest first-quarter points.
And it's Miller penetrating. Can't get it to go. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Passes it to Chapman. Back to Scott. The pass to Chapman. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Going back to the Pacers once more, you knew they wanted to emphasize defense each game, and Steve, they would always come out and get right in the offensive player's face to start the game.
And they allowed the fewest first-quarter points of any team in the league last year, Kevin. That's a great way to kind of set the tempo, set the tone in a ball game. And the Pacers were able to establish that defense right away.
Tipped away and stolen by Miller. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. To the inside. Indiana moving the ball around. There's the dish to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Mullen passes to Davis. Mullen defended by Nash. The shot's good from Mullen. Nash with it. With 1 on the clock. And that's 2 points on the layup. Nash has got his first bucket in this one.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
It's all tied in Phoenix. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
The weekend is in full swing on a Saturday night. Glad to have you along with us. It's been the Suns scrapping it out. Just outstanding efficiency offensively. They're having a field day. It's just that simple. Dennis Scott making a big contribution. Steve Nash also a major factor for them. But the Pacers getting after it as well. Great ball control offensively. The turnover differential a major advantage right now. Chris Mullen is the game's leading scorer. He's nearly single-handedly accounted for his team's offense, putting up more than half their points. No signs of slowing down. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
One thing that always translates from team to team is defense. No matter who you play, if you can challenge shots and bother shooters and play together, you'll win, and that's why the Pacers had so much success against Western teams last year.
Now here's Jackson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Davis sets a screen. Miller kicks to Davis. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Davis has got the first basket of the second half here for Indiana. The Suns trailing. And over the last decade or so, it's usually been the Western teams getting the better of the Eastern teams more often than not. But the Pacers are able to be the exception because of their defense, as you were talking about, Clay.
Yeah, if you can defend and rebound, you can beat anyone at any time on anybody's floor. And I think the Pacers were able to do that last year, 18-12 against the West. And that only trailed Miami as far as Eastern Conference teams and their success against the West. Well, he brings a much-needed toughness, both inside and also setting screens. And that's something he does that frees his teammates up for open jump shots.
And, Steve, quite honestly, he is their muscle. I mean, the guy they rely on for some brute force when they need it is him. Finesse isn't the first word that comes to mind when you're talking about this guy.
Now here's Kidd. Outside Robinson. Back to Kidd. 5 on the clock. Wide open look. The shot's good from Chapman.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Mullen kicks to Davis. Back to Mullen. 11 feet away. And that one's good. Mullen's got 7 points in the game.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
And the shot's good from McCloud.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Jackson dishes to Davis. McDyess on him. Davis with it. Robinson picks him up. Backing down is Mullen. Dishes it to Jackson. Number 45. He's covered by McDyess. Gets it to go.
This has been a different kind of game here in the second half. I thought both clubs a little slow in the first.
No question, but they're really going at it now.
And the Suns making a change here.
Get over.
11 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Miller with the block. And he gets it back. That's good.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Fires the three. Oh, he put it down!
It'll count.
What a shot!
I think that one was
at
good.
the buzzer.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Indiana out in front, up by 4. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
He just has such a great rhythm at the line, whether it's with a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance like it is now.
Miller, right side. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
The Suns making a switch here. So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Well, he didn't waste those opportunities, and that's just what they needed with the game this close.
Jackson against Kidd. Pass to McCloud. 4 on the clock. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
And the Suns making a change here. Pacers leading by 3. He kicks to Davis. Indiana moving the ball around. Miller defended by Chapman. They get a hand on it. Miller the pass to Jackson. Rocket 6 to the middle. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And I'll tell you what, those 2 free throws give them some much-needed breathing room, guys. It's now a 2-possession game.
Good against Jackson. Here's McDyess. The rebound by Mullen.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. You're right in his face.
Hits the bucket.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
The game has come down to this.
Ginormous possession here.
What intensity. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Weller off a bit from Davis. Miller kicks to Davis. Good!
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
There's 18 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And here's Kidd from the arc. Kept alive. Robinson dishes the Kidd. Passes to Chapman. Here's McLeod. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Miller. It's off. So it's Indiana picking up the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA on 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game.